Hello everyone, TimeToGrind here, and today I wanted to talk about UpGun. And UpGun is a fantastic FPS game where every single round, every player gets to choose between 3 different upgrades that makes their gun, grenades, melee, mobility, or more stronger in a variety of ways. And if you've seen my channel before, you would know it plays a lot like rounds, which does the same kind of card-based round system, but in a 2D style. And I absolutely love this concept because it gives the game a ton of replayability and makes every player in the game feel different. Because at the beginning of the game, everyone's on the same playing field, right? You all have pretty bad guns, a melee that takes 10 years to attack, a grenade that doesn't do much damage, and no movement options. But as each round passes and you get a chance to keep getting upgrades, you can kind of start to specialize in what you think would be good or just fun. So one game you might get offered a ton of melee upgrades, like things that increase your melee range or melee damage, or specific upgrades like things that will allow you to fully heal if you get a melee kill. So if you just take as many of those as you can, you'll slowly get an insane melee build that will one-shot people. And then if you get some mobility on top of that, you could like dash right up to people right before you melee and then kill them really fast that way. Or if you just wanted to fully upgrade your weapon, you could have a machine gun that fires 1,000,000 homing bullets a second, or a grenade build that has you throwing cluster smoke bombs all over the map. And there's a ton of mobility cards as well, like dashes and slides and grappling hooks and discs that you can throw and teleport to, and more. And it is just so fun trying to do builds in different ways, and when they finally pay off and you destroy your friends or randoms, it is so freaking satisfying. Currently there is a decent selection of cards and 4 maps, though I will say after 10 hours or so of playing the game, I am starting to feel like it could use a lot more cards and maps, because the cards are a bit straightforward, like things like increasing melee damage or giving you a new ability or a new attachment on your gun, and because of that it seems like there's only a certain amount of like builds that you can do. Comparing this to say rounds, that game has a ton of stat changing cards, like ones that reduce your bullets so you can maybe only hold 1 bullet but it does a ton of damage, or you could have things where you're firing literally like 1,000,000 bullets and then they're doing no damage. So there's kind of like a lot of fine tuning and building like sort of whatever build you actually want to build in that game, versus in UpGun where there's kind of more defined build archetypes. And I'm actually fine with going super into build archetypes. I actually like that. You know, I think it's cool that you can like go just a melee build and just try to take as many as you can and get some, you know, legendary melee build. But I think having a ton more cards is something that is always going to just make the game infinitely better, along with getting more than 4 maps, because that will just increase the variety, you know, increase the replayability, and kind of the more cards you have, I feel like exponentially makes these games have more replayability, because there's even more combos and stuff that people will learn to discover, like how you can use some of the mobility things really well with the, you know, melee thing. So if they introduce a bunch of other cards, it's like, okay, well, not only how cool are those cards, but how cool are the interactions that those cards have with cards that already exist. So, you know, obviously could really use that. And I actually have been communicating with one of the developers, and they said that they're working on a really big update. So I am hyped for that, you know, because if you're a fan of rounds, you know that game is not ever getting updated. It's based on mods, which I would absolutely love mods in UpGun, but I don't think that's a thing. But in UpGun, there is also a secret parkour level that I haven't completed yet, that a lot of my viewers keep talking to me about and have been like really obsessed with, and I think that's really cool that the game has that. I definitely want to explore it a little bit more. And also every time you complete a match, you can find a random cosmetic item, like new robot colors, you know, faces, weapon skins, which gives you kind of a nice little incentive to play more and just be able to, you know, customize your character. You can also buy exactly what you would want potentially from the Steam market for pennies or dollars, you know, for some of the more rare things. But I'm not gonna lie, kind of the fun of it is getting those random drops and, you know, seeing how you can keep, you know, making your character better. I somehow got really lucky and I have like Steve from Minecraft that dropped as a rare face that I can't even sell on the market. So, you know, there's really cool specific things like that that I really like in this game. And so overall, I would highly recommend this game if you have some friends to mess around with, or even if you just want to play with randoms, or even me on stream, because I've been playing this game a ton on stream with viewers. So definitely follow me on Twitch if you want to, you know, have a chance to join. And I also have a whole playlist of UpGun on my channel, so if you want to see how insane and hilarious those matches can go, I would highly recommend checking that out. And if you enjoyed this video, then consider subscribing and ringing that bell like all the big boy YouTubers say, to be notified when more reviews and UpGun content comes out. And if you're going to be grinding out some UpGun and getting some crazy builds in the game, then I wish you guys luck, and see you all next time.